A banking executive is in hot water for saying that nobody cares if Miami is underwater in 50 years due to climate change. He really, really said that. One of the HSBC, who, oh, by the way, are criminals, that admitted that they were criminals, admitted that they were washing money for terrorists, washing money for drug cartels, admitting that they knew their washing money was going to kill Americans, soldiers, contractors, not just Americans, but people all over the world, admitted that they knew that, admitted that they made $100 billion doing it, and then they were only fined $1.6 billion. They made $100 billion, did I say million? $100 billion. So these are the same people. Tell us the story about this cat. Stands up and says this.
Yeah, you've got Stuart Kirk, who is actually the head of responsible investment at Responsible Investment. He goes to this conference and he stands up and he says, listen, nobody cares if Miami's going to be under 6 meters of water 100 years from now or even 50 years from now. You know, so that shouldn't affect any of your investments. And what he did, not just this horrible statement, but he is really exposing this corporate mentality of climate, or even the congressional mindset of climate change is, who cares because we're all going to be dead.
Yeah, it's a climate change story. We say it all the time. This isn't going to get any hits on this network. People don't care about climate change. They say they do, you know, when they're trying to send a signal, I guess, that they really care, but they won't go to this story. They won't follow this story. But I got to tell you something. This is what this guy says. These are his words. At a big bank like ours, what do people think the average loan length is? It's 6 years. What happens to the planet in 7 years is actually irrelevant. It's not our problem. It's on our loan book. For coal, what happens in 7 years is irrelevant. This is the guy standing up in front of a huge room of bankers who are applauding him, saying, yeah, who cares? This is the corporate mentality. This is why we can raise hell about climate change and nobody pays it attention, because you have these piggish psychopaths, these oddball piggish psychopaths. And now finally the veil is removed one more time. We see that they're a bunch of pigs at the trough, that they don't care about this planet. It's not going to go anywhere. I'll be surprised if we got 10,000 visits on this story by the time it's over.
I will say it's very funny you read that, because I actually had it marked and starred right here to read as well, because that is the quote, folks. That is exactly what he said, and that's the corporate mentality. It goes from the banks to the insurance companies, all the way through the halls of Congress. It doesn't matter because we're only thinking 6 years into the future. We don't have to think 10 or 20 years into the future. We'll be dead or our investments will be paid off. So then whoever got a loan for us to buy a house in Miami, it's their problem. They've paid it off.
Right. Who cares if your grandchildren are drowning? Who cares? These are pigs. Pigs at the trough. They're dressed up like pigs. They're dressed up in nice looking suits. But they're pigs, they're psychopathic pigs who make money at the expense of the rest of this planet.